I can't believe they finally got into the meme. Well, it looks like CG has finally acknowledged the Lord Failure meme, ladies and gentlemen. We got a huge update today with the variety of stuff we're going to talk about. Darth Treya's nerf is unfortunately here, but there is a little bit of good news with it. The Scythe got nerfed. Unfortunately, our strategies here are way too dominant for CG to handle, apparently. Son of Staros is farmable, making it the final requirement for Dr. F finally in your arsenal, ready to be farmed. BT is actually getting a buff, a change. I didn't even know was a problem. This is going to make Dr. F even better. We have our first accelerated farm Inquisitor, and we have a lot of stuff I want to talk about in regards to the brand new TIE Defender, which is coming out tomorrow. We're going to be doing an extensive live stream testing. Maybe we'll break the game. What I'm hoping to find with the new TIE Defender is, one, maybe it's going to make that profundity battle easy now that they nerfed the Scythe strategy I came up with. Or what I'm really hoping to see is the TIE Defender making the Executrix fleet better if you do not have the Scythe. That would be very cool to see. But let's knock out the first thing here. Darth Treya has gotten a nerf. If you remember a while ago, I put it on your radar. Hey guys, hold off on the Omicron. A week later or so, the nerf is finally here. Rest in pepperoni. Moment of silence for all those Max Banner Lord Vader wins. Looking for a new Hero Collector game for you to dominate and show your Triple B greatness? Well, if so, check out today's sponsors, Gemstone Legends! It's a game that's pushing the boundaries and combining multiple genres into one. It's got the Hero Collector of over 200 characters to collect. It's got a puzzle element. It's got a Guild War element to play with others. And it's got dragons. And who doesn't like dragons? It's a game that truly is trying to put it all in one simple package for you to take on. It's a game made by RPG enthusiasts for RPG enthusiasts, and look at the ratings on the iOS and Google Play Store. And go check them out on Discord to hang out with other folks. So what are you waiting for? Use my link down below in the video description or scan my QR code and you'll get a free starter pack worth over $50, which includes 500,000 coins, 300 gems, 10 mana elixirs, 10 healing elixirs, and a free 4-star hero, Anarchy. Use all these resources to enjoy the daily, weekly, and monthly missions and all the content that's coming out to this exciting game. I feel bad for those that couldn't experience it firsthand. However, there are two good things here. One, the nerf isn't overly drastic like the Qui-Gon Jinn nerf. Technically, it's 1.5 nerfs. One's a nerf, the other one's kind of a nerf slash fix to her. They're making her Omicron not work against Dark Side Galactic Legends. I wonder. So the good news is it's not like Qui-Gon where it's a catch-all. It's not going to work against any Galactic Legends. So if there's a scenario where we're able to beat light side Galactic Legends, it's going to still work. The question is, if we find that, will CG nerf that as well? Time will tell. Also, the secondary nerf, I'm going to kind of categorize this as mostly a fix. Treya Unique Omicron now properly caps out at 100% instead of 500%. She had way too much offense going on unintentionally, so that she's not going to hit as hard as before. The good news is kind of like what I was pleading for. They're going to refund the Omicron. This is huge, kind of a first. They did not do this for Qui-Gon. I'm happy to see this. And honestly, this nerf isn't even as drastic as Qui-Gon Jinn. Even if it's not going to go up against Lord Vader, it still looks like it's going to be good. There might be a possible gas counter. I made it work on the free-to-play account once, which was huge. I want him to be more of a respected Galactic Legend. He's dogged down way too much, rightfully so, due to how expensive the guy is. It's good to see that we're finally stepping in. They stepped in for Kenobi so many times. They even nerfed the Sith Eternal Galactic Legend versus Galactic Legend interaction, which blows my mind. For those of you who upgraded Treya's Unique Omicron, you'll be receiving those materials back through an inbox message next week during one of our server updates. Hopefully this happens before the next Grand Arena starts. If you're someone that only invested into the Treya Omicron solely to beat Lord Vader, maybe hold off. I'm going to reinvest on both the main account and the free-to-play account. Let's see what we can beat otherwise. I think we can maybe beat Malgus, make Gas a consistent win. So I still think it's going to be a very solid Omicron. And I'm glad they were funny. Again, thank you. It's like, I know I shouldn't be thanking him, but thank you. However, what I'm really sad about is the Scythe strategy we came up with, which is one of the best strategies out there, to use Scythe, the underdog for funding great banners, is unfortunately being nerfed. They also put this on the nerf radar. I wasn't too sure if they were going to go with it. Unfortunately, they did. So I got to rethink everything in regards to Scythe versus Profundity. They fixed an AI issue with Profundity that caused the target the wrong ships. That's a buff for profundity. It's not, I don't think it's an AI issue. It's a buff to profundity. What was going on that I accidentally stumbled across is the profundity has a thing where they like to target the weakest the enemy on the field. And for me, in my testing, I accidentally came across the scimitar. The scimitar was great. What would happen is on the opening play, the profundity would target the weakest ally with that massive swarm ability, and they would go for scimitar instead of the scythe. However, they nerfed it, and now this kind of throws my strategy out the window. I mean, you can still be profundity without the scimitar or taking advantage of that weakest ally thing that you have going on, but the problem is it's definitely a lot trickier now. Let me show you. So this is the post nerf now, so I got to update the other video and just say, hey guys, that's nerf. But this used to work. Underdog, max, almost max banners. I would pretty much only lose scimitar and only need 2 reinforcements, leaving the TIE interceptor for the Chimera. However, this is what happens now. Again, not unbearable to win, but this used to be 100% consistency, and now I feel like we're going to lose some consistency, and maybe that's where the TIE Defender is going to make this more consistent. So Profundity opens up, and they go for the Scythe now. And as you can see, that is a lot trickier to deal with. So again, not impossible to win, but that's obviously not as nice as them going after Scimitar, or some people use the Sith Assassin in place of Scimitar if they were weaker than the Scythe, which unfortunately it's not going to work anymore. And as you see, this just got a lot harder, as this example shows. We lost the Scythe because they were blitzed down. I couldn't do the opening buff this spell because we had the ability block on us. It was just a lot harder as a result. So we got to go back to the drawing board and find a consistent way of doing this, and that might be where TIE Defender is going to be needed, unfortunately. A little sad about this one, though. This was actually a really cool find that we made. All right, in the words of Weekends, we're going to save our tears for another day. Let's talk about the other stuff. Dr. Effer is now 100% free-to-play farmable, not accelerated farmable, so no 2 drops, but we finally have the last bit we needed, which was Sana Staros, which is now going to be farmable on Cantina Battle 2/C. Very accessible. Hondo's an easy Cantina farm. Sana's an easy Cantina farm. Really great character, by the way. Really great team. I'll put a card on the top right-hand corner if you want to see my review on a really good team to round out the requirements. BT and Trip are going to be hard node farms, so not bad. Not as good as Starkiller. Starkiller was 3 Cantina, 1 hard node, but nonetheless, not too bad. I'm looking forward to Farmer later on when she becomes double drop farmable. Also, in regards to Dr. Afra, BT apparently, so as you know, when you defeat an enemy, BT goes crazy, gets all excited, and does damage to the enemy and your team. However, they were still doing huge amounts of damage to your own team, and I did not realize that. This is going to make the PvE aspect in terms of Rise of the Empire a lot better, because normally when you kill off a lot of enemies, you're destroying your own team. With BT, now they're fixing that. BT was getting a little too enthusiastic about inflicting pain on his allies. Dr. Effer made some updates to his programming, said he's correctly reducing the damage he deals to his squad. So this is actually something I noticed, but I thought that was intended. This is going to make Dr. Effer a bit better, so I guess this is considered a Dr. Effer buff. A lot of buffs and nerfs going on this update. So Second Sister has been added to the accelerated characters, our first double drop farmable Inquisitor. So throughout this year, in the next couple months, we'll have all the Inquisitors double drop farmable. Before we talk about our last topic, we have the logging calendar Tuscan Shaman, bonus character Droidica. I don't know. Maybe we got to talk to the tinfoil hat about that one later on. But let's talk about the TIE Defender. So again, we talked about the kit reveal yesterday, card in the top right-hand corner. If you missed out on the kit reveal, it's primarily designed for Executrix. The CG has released the Q&A where they kind of answered some of these questions. So the biggest question was, it's been fully established in canon that the Defender is a Thrawn project. Why has it not been used as Thrawn? So the Thrawn Chimera answer that the Meathead gave is, when looking at new units, we always consider where their use case is. Kind of like Jedi Knight Luke. Jedi Knight Luke should be a rebel. They didn't make it, so it's balancing reasons. And what areas of the game could use a boost? Chimera has been in a good spot since TIE Interceptor. True. And while Executrix got help with the Scythe, we recognize the difficulty in acquiring the Scythe, while at the same time, this is what I'm looking forward to. While at the same time, we wanted to give a helping hand to players who are still working on building competitive fleets. So what I'm hoping is that maybe we can use this with the Executrix with no Scythe. Cool. I'm not 100% on board with this answer. Really, I truly believe the Defender should have been a thing for the Chimera. Would have been so much cooler, way more iconic. Just because it's for a balance reason, I don't think that's a good enough reason. There are some things where lore should take a little bit more of a precedence over where they should be plugged in, I think. And this is one of those situations where I really think it should have been. And here you go. This was part of their intention with to use the TIE Defender without the Scythe. That was part of our original intent when the ship was put onto the roadmap and was tested with and without Scythe as part of the fleet. This is what I'm really looking forward to. What's the defender going to look like for non-scythe owners? We're going to find that out later on. Unfortunately, CG has not stated what energy for the Galactic Chase. They're really keeping that secret. No idea what this means, but it's Crumb puzzling again. So for all my puzzle makers, maybe this is relating to something. 45 King, the real questions now. It's probably some sort of weird puzzle. I expect we're probably going to get a light side Galactic Legend soon. And also, I'm not too sure about this answer. Why is Iden piloting a defender instead of her Special Forces TIE Fighter or the Corvus? Corvus's scale is a bit weird with our fleets right now. I did address that actually yesterday, where the Corvus is not quite the size of a normal ship, but it's not quite the size of a cap ship, so it's kind of a weird scaling thing. And her TIE Fighter isn't that visually different than a normal TIE Fighter. When has that stopped you guys? You know what I mean? When taking that into consideration, we looked at what cool ship she was capable of flying for the Empire. We've been looking at getting non-crewless TIE Defender into the game for a while. So, again, not the best answer in the world. I would have rather seen, imagine Eli Vanto. How cool would that have been? At least that's a little bit more connected to the TIE Defender rather than, Iden Versio. I don't know. It's the lore, the canon is definitely not on mark with this one. And that's going to wrap it up for today, ladies and gentlemen, across our beloved Kyber Empire. Man, a lot of stuff thrown your way. Let me know your thoughts down below. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and seeing how we can break Galaxy of Heroes again with the latest TIE Defender. And boy, we're going to find a lot. Let me tell you. Leave that like, comment down below, subscribe so you're not missing a thing. And always remember that it's great to be in the Empire today. Oh, it's great to be in the Empire today.